Hey, it's Juck.
And I don't think he's going to throw the ball as much as he thinks he's going to throw the ball now that Chip Kelly's on board. And I'm happy about that. More quarterback.
The truth is, Ryan Day has made a change philosophically, but it's none of those.
You all know who wins. LSU is the drunkest fan base in the country.
Hey, welcome into Juck on Bucks. Appreciate you so much for joining me on a special edition of a Juck on Bucks live on a Monday afternoon. We like to come here when someone who the Buckeyes are in on really good is making their college decision, cover that thing live so we can either celebrate or see where we're going to go next. And today is Jordan Thomas, Ohio State cornerback target out of Bergen Catholic in New Jersey. Thomas, 6'1", 185 pounds. He's a 4-star, top 200 overall prospect, the number 20-ish cornerback in the class per the rankings. Ohio State sees him as a lot better than that. This is an interesting cornerback class in 2026. There are no Devin Sanchez's, DJ Pickett's, Naeem Offords. Those types aren't in there. In fact, even 2 years ago, you can go down to the 5th-ranked cornerback 2 years ago, and that's Aaron Scott. Aaron Scott would have been the number 1 corner in this class. There's a lot of really good. There's not any standout. That's a can't-miss kid. So I'm trusting the Ohio State evaluation on this one, and I think their evaluation is Jordan Thomas is one of the top 5 corners in this class. He's a plus athlete, plus size, great change of direction, a physical corner, on the ball, off the ball, sticks to his man like glue. He lays the wood, not afraid to get in there and get dirty, and he is used to a winning program, 4 straight state championships in New Jersey at his high school at Bergen Catholic. Head coach Vito Campanelli. The Campanelli family is legendary. They're coaching royalty in high school in New Jersey. And if you want players from New Jersey, it's very good to be on their good side. Ohio State is basically, Campanelli said when Quincy Porter was making his decision, Quincy Porter was a teammate of Jordan Thomas, why would he go anywhere else than Ohio State? So the Bucks getting in good at Bergen Catholic, at DePaul Catholic. Quincy Porter, one of 5 New Jersey residents in the Ohio State class of 2025. That also included wide receiver Des Jones, safety Deshaun Stewart, both from DePaul Catholic in New Jersey, who is the rival school of Bergen Catholic, and Isaiah West and Max Roy, who played at Philly St. Joe's, but they're both New Jersey residents who commute every day to Philly St. Joe's. Other New Jersey guys on the roster right now, you got Jalen McClain. He was a 3-star safety out in New Jersey. He'll be pushing for starting time in his 2nd year. You've also got, obviously, IGB, who didn't originally come to Ohio State, and Ty Malone, also from New Jersey. Ty Malone from Bergen Catholic. But those are 2 guys who went to Ole Miss from New Jersey, then transferred to Ohio State. Cody Simon was from New Jersey. There's a big New Jersey flavor for these Buckeyes. I love it. These dudes are dogs. They play really high-level football in this league that these guys all play in here, this Catholic league in Jersey. And we've got some studs here. So last year in the class of 2025, Tim Walton brings in, obviously, Devin Sanchez, the best cornerback in the country, and he's a can't-miss guy. And then he paired him with Jordan Woods, who's a guy that's 6'3", he might be 6'4", 200 pounds, and they flipped him from Cincinnati. Wasn't a super highly rated guy, and he may end up being a total stud. He may end up never playing at Ohio State. We don't know. But you got your can't-miss guy, and then you put him with a project with a really high ceiling. This class, if Walt can get Jordan Thomas and pair him with Jacob Weatherspoon, I think you've got 2, they're both top 200 guys, but 2 potential Ohio State high-level caliber starters, and that's great. So 2 sure things to pair with the previous class, which is 1 guaranteed. Honestly, he's a top 5 pick, right? Like, does anybody think Devin Sanchez isn't going to be a top 5 pick? He's just ridiculous. And then a project. So I like the way he's going here. When we look at the cornerback room currently, you've got IGB, Lorenzo Styles. They'll both be gone after this year. Jermaine Matthews might be. There's currently 8 guys in the room. If Jermaine leaves with them, you've only got 5. So I think the Buckeyes will go after 3 this cycle. You also got Bryce West and Aaron Scott and Miles Lockhart from the class of 2024. That'll be with Sanchez and Woods in the class of 2025, hopefully joined by Weatherspoon and Thomas in the class of 2026, and 1 more. as for Jordan Thomas's decision today, on his Final Four list, we've got Auburn, who I don't really think is in it, Michigan, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. This feels like a Midwest recruitment. It always has. And this is thought by a lot of people to be an Ohio State-Michigan battle today, this decision here, coming down between Ohio State and Michigan. I thought at one point Michigan led, and then I kind of thought Ohio State pulled that momentum. And then I felt like Notre Dame pushed Michigan off to the side a little bit. And I think Marcus Freeman, about 45 days ago, really swung this thing from Michigan, Ohio State to Ohio State, Notre Dame. So that's where it currently stands, in my opinion. Are you guys saying I'm glitchy? Scooch, am I glitchy or something else is glitching? I don't know. I hope I'm not glitching. The internet's reading good on my end. But I'm feeling confident about the Buckeyes today. Now, whether they land him or not, they're going to continue going after a couple guys. And there are, a few other guys that they've got relationships with. One of them in particular, who is just excellent, just made his first visit to Ohio State not too long ago, is Minka Fitzpatrick's little brother, Justice Fitzpatrick. He is a top 50 overall kid out of St. Thomas Aquinas, which is the Boza school down there in Fort Lauderdale. But he came up recently. He seems to be a little further off in his process. Okay, my buddy Chad just texted me, said I'm not glitchy. But Justice Fitzpatrick seems like he's a little further away to making a decision. So he's out there. Bucks have also been working on Nasir McCoy, who's now apparently going by NASCAR. NASCAR McCoy, 4-star top 300 kid. He's out of Buford, Georgia, which is a high school, obviously, that just pumps out tons of talent. He's a top 300 kid. He has visited Georgia 6 times, Auburn 4 times, Ohio State 3. So the Bucks are certainly, a team he's been interested for a while. Recently went to Michigan, had a good time up there. But Ohio State losing out on Havon Finney recently as he chose LSU. Sucked. I really liked him. And he is the second cornerback in 2 classes, Havon Finney is, that have chosen to go somewhere else with the last name of Finney. Remember, we had Brandon Finney that chose to go to Oregon last year. So that's a bad name for us. I'm not in on any more Finneys. But of course, Ohio State this cycle missed out on 2 of the in-state guys. You had 3 big-time in-state guys in Rock Hill, Vic Singleton, and Jacob Weatherspoon. They nailed Jacob Weatherspoon. The other 2 went elsewhere. I think Jordan Thomas is higher on their board than either of those Are we back? Do I got you guys back? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there, but I seem to be back. I think we just went all the way down for a minute there, but it seems like I'm back. I can see you guys. All right, you can see me. Okay, fantastic. We're back, baby. Let me reload up my screen here for when Jordan commits. They have not come on yet, but we got that locked and loaded for when we want to put that on. I definitely did want to play a couple of his highlights that I had loaded up. Let me see how fast I can pull those up. But there we go. Here's Jordan Thomas. That annoying music. But Jordan Thomas is a ball hawk. He's long. He's rangy. He's a banger. The dude can play with the best of them. No doubt about it. Playing high-level ball. That's him at Massillon. They came into Massillon last year, and they beat Massillon. But that was a really, really fun game. Him and Quincy Porter came into Massillon, which is interesting. We don't usually see New Jersey teams coming up in here. So that was pretty cool. At any rate, I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday, but I was going to put this in the show tomorrow. So James Yoder, the Michigan dude, he had this
making wins, but I think a bowl ban could be 50-50 at this point, right? I don't know. I mean, I feel that Michigan's trying to get ahead of that, but that's what the NCAA seem to historically have done. They want to give you 1 year.
He said he thinks a bowl ban on them is 50-50. Did you guys hear that? That's quite a bit different than they were talking before, man. Now they're talking about a bowl ban being 50-50. That's pretty bad odds for them. Like, you know, nothing was going to happen at all. Nothing at all. And now we're at 50-50. Yeah, he's definitely a homer wax, man. Yeah, Chrome, Walt loves those long DBs. This is, I think, ultimately, oh no, I'm getting the one-dot internet again. This is ultimately what I think happened with Albert Hill. I don't think that they were enamored because he's listed at 5'11". He's not 5'11", even though he is a dynamic athlete. Ugh. Starting to glitch again slightly. I don't know what the problem is, guys. Everything else has been working great. Sometimes StreamYard just gives me issues. But we'll see if we can make it through the rest of the show. If not, I'll certainly record something for you. No doubt. But looks like we've got a couple minutes here. I'm going to play this little cut up I made of Jordan Thomas. Download. Yeah, can't find it. This is really bad podcasting here. Currently in the class, Ohio State ranking third with 12 commits, which is however, not as many as we got me. Okay, we got me. I don't know, guys. This one might not be meant to be. Let's hope Jordan makes his announcement here soon. Absolutely love the Jersey kids, man. The Jersey kids are dogs. I love when we find a little honey hole and just kind of make it ours. And Jersey's a good place to have that little honey hole. We've also got it's in and out still. All right, guys. Yeah, I do hate it. Here we go. They're coming on.
to many late night workouts and everything in between. Through it all, you have encouraged me and kept my faith strong. Lord knows what you go through to be here for us. So thank you for always being there for my siblings and I. No matter what you're going through, you are my why. Pops, thank you for always pushing me to be the best. Because of you, I know who I am. Your sacrifices of taking care of the household, working 16 hours a day to put food on the table, and making sure I got all the training I needed, never when I noticed. Thank you for the last name you gave me. I plan to continue to honor it greatly at the next level. Since day one, you always believed, and look where we are today. Thank you to my siblings, Isaiah, Zion, and Skylar, and all of my loved ones for being so very supportive of me. Grandma and Papa, and all my angels in heaven, thank you for watching over me along the way. To Coach Vito, to my agent, all my coaches, trainers, teachers, and everyone who has been a part of my process, thank you for encouraging me and believing in me. That's all the opportunity I needed to make this happen. My faith and determination have helped me to get to this point. I've conquered every challenge and stayed focused and continue to work extremely hard in the classroom and on the field. This recruitment process has been a dream come true. I'm tremendously blessed and thankful to have built so many great relationships with all the coaches that have recruited me. This wasn't easy, but through prayer and many meaningful conversations, as a team and family, I have decided. With that being said, I will be committed to the best in America.
How hyped he is.
There it is. It's Ohio State for Jordan Thomas. Jordan, why the Buckeyes? Oh, hold on, let me get my heart out. We're celebrating here.
So there it is. Jordan Thomas picks the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Buckeyes get another one that is two cornerbacks in the class, pairing him with Jacob